I'm Viktor Bogoev. This is the presentation. 30 Years War. Um, yeah. Before I start with the actual thing I'm gonna discuss, I need to give general information on the 30 Years War. If you've forgotten about the war, hopefully you haven't done that because, yeah, come on, man. Yeah. So the 30 Years War is seen as a change in Europe's views on conflict. Countries stopped fighting for purely religious beliefs. But of course, problems still arrived in Jewish and Muslim populations to this day. But at least Catholics and Protestants started to tolerate each other, which is progress. So, good job, Europe. I cannot deny it. Yeah, pictures. We can't forget those. Yeah, those people were hurt. Yeah. Second, defenestration of Prague. Now, for anyone who has forgotten what defenestration means, there are two terms: throw someone out of a window, or remove or dismiss someone from a position of power or authority, which typically have a similar meaning, because usually when someone is defenestrated, they can't really return to power. For me, what really confuses me is the fact that there are actually two defenestrations of Prague before the one in question. At least that's what Wikipedia says. The first defenestration was caused because of the conflict between Hussite church reformers and Catholic Germans. The town council of Prague kept Hussite prisoners and refused to free them. An angry mob surrounded the town hall. A rock was thrown at a priest who was the leader of the procession, mob, whatever, which was led the people to storm the building and kill 7 of the members of the city council. This action stopped diplomatic talk between the two groups and provoked all-out war that was later called the Hussite War. And it lasted a couple of years. Yeah. The second manifestation happened in the year 1483, which is the year that Martin Luther was born, interesting fact. This time it was a coup by the communion under both kinds, which was later part of the beliefs of the Protestants. The coup defenestrated 7 people from different town halls. The last one is the one related to the 30s War, the most important. After the Peace of Augsburg, Bohemia declared that it wouldn't enforce Catholicism, which everybody was fine, until Ferdinand came to power. A long story for how he got to power, and we're gonna discuss it later. He forced the emperor at the time to prohibit the building of some Protestant chapels on royal land. The Bohemians protested, and so 4 Catholics came to discuss with the Protestants, but were subsequently thrown out the window. They survived, which the Catholics believed was Virgin Mary, who stopped their foe and proved God is on their side, while the Protestant pointed out the fact that it was just poop that they were fell in. And weirdly enough, all 3 defenestrations are related to reformers, church reformers, and Catholics, which is kind of interesting, but not really. Now, for Gustavus Adolphus. Okay, so originally I was gonna go to IKEA and everything for this section of for Gustavus Adolphus, but the audio was terrible. Here's an example.
People tend to put heroes on pedestals and don't question one's actions in their time. A similar thing happened to Adolphus. He declared.
Yeah, so Adolphus. People tend to put others on pedestals if they're helping them, and ignore their reasons. Similar thing happened to Adolphus. He declared war on the Holy Roman Empire when they were defeated and were basically winning. The Catholics had beaten Bohemia and the Danish at the time, and mass pillaging, murder, and torture began on Protestant civilians. With Adolphus' arrival, Protestants began to win and weaken the Catholics and started subsequently to torture, pillage, and murder Catholics. Contemporaries saw him as the Lion of the North and a Protestant hero, but more recent analysis showed that he was motivated by expansionism. If he seized control of the Baltic coastline, he'd monopolize the trading with Russia by sea. Of course, one of the biggest accomplishments is his modernization of the artillery. We cannot deny that. Before him, artillery was way bulkier and it was basically movable, so it couldn't be in a way more favorable position. It couldn't be used for counterattacks and whatever. And yeah, it was stationary. With his usage of the maneuverable artillery, he permanently changed warfare in Europe. Now armies were way bigger and way more armed, so they could handle lightweight artillery defenses. Another reason maybe why Gustavus Adolphus won so easily was because Ferdinand lost trust in Wallenstein, one of the most important leaders and commanders in the Holy Roman Empire, and people see him as one of the most important people for why the Holy Roman Empire was so successful. With Wallenstein's loss. Maybe that's why it was way easier for Adolphus to win. And also because of French funding, yeah, and later on Adolphus died, so yeah. Other stuff, Rudolf II and Matthias are predecessors of Ferdinand. I mean, they're relatives, but they ruled the Holy Roman Empire before him. Rudolf and Matthias were supportive of Protestants, but Rudolf died and Matthias didn't have any children, so they replaced him with Ferdinand. And yeah, Ferdinand was very Catholic and wanted to convert the Protestants, but also kill them. It's very confusing. Yeah. Rudolf is a painting because he likes paintings. He was a very big patron. Frederick V was also known the Winter King because he ruled for only one winter. He was the king of Bohemia, and there are some theories that he didn't really have a say in it. He was just the people told him, "Yeah, you're the king," because it was urgent, so they couldn't really say that. They couldn't really have a vote. So thanks for the attention, and yeah, these are my sources. If you cannot read them very badly, sorry for you. I'm gonna link them or something. The script is actually linked with the video, so yeah. Have a nice day. Yeah.